Hello, friends. Happy Tuesday. Okay. So I'm just going to dig in to today because this is something that really always is on my heart to speak about. And it's so interesting how so many things happen and we just have this expectation that one day we'll be past that. Everybody knows about that. This is something that everybody already is taking care of. And the more conversations that I have, the more that I realize that there is so much that is happening in building success and building and creating and scaling and growing your business, and what happens as an entrepreneur and how people are treating themselves, how they're treating their businesses, what's going on in their lives. And so I just want to speak today on creating success without sacrifice and the reality of what's happening. I want to offer you peace of mind in a lot of ways from what I've seen, and give you some insights into perceived success as well. So stick around. This shouldn't be too long. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them below as I get into this. So I want to give you some good nuggets to take home today. I want to give you some big shifts that you can walk away with, that you can apply to your life, to your business, to be able to create more success without sacrifice. The first and probably the most important point of this is just for you to recognize that that is a thing, that you can build true success, that you can build financial freedom, that you can build the ideal life and business that you want without having to sacrifice or take away something else. I think that for so long, we have looked at things in such a black and white manner. You know, we swing from extreme to extreme of, okay, well, I want to do this, and that means I'm going to have to take away this. So I will tell you that there is absolutely parts of you, in order to be able to expand to the next level of your leadership, to expand your business in a new area, in a new way, there are absolutely parts of you that must be released. But releasing things, surrendering things, changing things is so much different than sacrificing things, than going against your own will and your own desires to be able to create something that might not even be yours. And so the thought that I had today was, how many of you are selling your soul to be successful? How many of you are trying to create something that is your perceived version of success, that you are building a business based upon somebody else's vision instead of your own? It's very easy. We live in a time where we're on these apps and we're on these platforms and we're listening in and we're taking in all of this knowledge and all of this, information to a point of overload, to a point where it disconnects us from ourselves, to the point where we have to really sit back and ask the question of, when I'm building this business, what is my why? Why am I building this business? Because the truth is that so many people are building businesses that we are perceiving as successful, but the reality behind closed doors is that they are neglecting themselves. They are neglecting the people that they love. They are not living, but they are perceived as this very successful person. And so I want to invite you into the reality today of, when you are looking and you are seeing people that you perceive as successful, first remember that that is their story, not your own. And then also remember that real success, true success, gets to be defined by you. And so how you perceive success, the lens at which you see that through, is going to come from your beliefs and your conditioning, what you saw in your caregivers and your parents before you. And with that, it's important to understand that because you saw that, because that's what you've known, because that's what you've seen, of course, that is what you view as success. For me, I always thought that success was money, the appearance of being wealthy. I thought that that's what success was. And what I realized a few years back when I rewrote my version of success is that success is a feeling. Success is truly living. Success to me is knowing that every single day I do something to move forward in my mission, in the legacy that I wish to build, but I also am living in the now, that I also have a life that I enjoy being present in. And that's what I want you to be aware of, is that what you are perceiving, what you are creating, are you creating somebody else's version of success? Are you sacrificing and taking time away from the people that you love, hoping that magically this time will show up where you'll get to pull back, and then I'll be more free, and then I can do the things that I want, and then I'll be able to X, Y, and Z? Because that time doesn't magically appear. I was recently asked the question of, Kelsey, how do you actually do it all? How do you have a thriving business? How do you have multiple businesses? How do you show up for yourself? How do you show up for your family? How are you able to do all of these things in all of these different areas? And the simple truth of how I am able to do this is because I built it this way. I intentionally set up my business to revolve around my life, not the opposite. And so what I want to talk to you about today, and what I really want you to leave here today with, is the reminder that it is your business. And when it is your business, you make the rules. This means you don't have to cancel plans because of an event that you scheduled for yourself in the schedule that you made. You don't have to not see your family and your friends or be present with your children because of an appointment that you made in your calendar that you're in charge of. You don't have to put taking care of your physical being on the back burner because you don't have time in a schedule that you created. The thing is it's not one or the other. There's not a time period in which you sacrifice for X amount of days or months or years until you reach a certain level, and then once you reach that level, then you get to pull back. The reason why I've always had, regardless of my income level, the amount of clients, the amount of children I have, regardless of all these things, the reason why I've always had fun and joy and play and spaciousness and fulfillment is because I intentionally crafted my life and my business this way. What's happening is people are losing their power that they are supposed to hold as human beings, as feminine, powerful women. We are losing our power because we are handing that away to business strategy, to saying, well, I need to show up. I need to do. I need to always be present in my business so that it can keep growing, so that then I can have financial freedom, travel, be with the people that I love, take a break, whatever it is. The reality of the situation is that you can have both. You can build a business that works around your life. It's funny to me because even when I think some of the things that are so simple, like time management, making sure that we create space in our calendar to be with ourselves, to be with our family, to not schedule things at certain parts of the day. All of my clients, the people-pleasing perfectionists, are like, ooh, that's so hard for me to say no to that thing because somebody's going to be mad. What if I lose that client? What if X, Y, and Z happens? So every time you make a choice like that, you are saying, I will sacrifice myself for the business. And this is what I'm telling you has to be reversed. A lot of people are building successful businesses by sacrificing their souls, their lives, their freedom. Exactly what is being perceived by you watching them. These 5-figure months, 6-figure months, millions, multi-million-dollar years that you so desperately want for yourself. That's beautiful. But what is behind that? Do you know how much they are actually working? Are they taking care of themselves? Are they happy? Are they truly fulfilled? Because I can tell you from being in rooms with many millionaires that there are a lot of them that are very unfulfilled. And so you have to intentionally craft your business in a way where you commit to not giving up what feels fulfilling to you. And if you have already, then step back into it. Working out and taking care of your body, that's part of your business growth strategy. Spending time with the people that you love, that's a needle mover for your business. Starting to look at these things differently. I've been screaming this from the rooftop for many years, and now years later, I see these business owners that have built these highly profitable businesses that are burnout, have no relationships, have zero depth, feel like shit. They don't take care of their bodies or their brains because they have been so hyper focused on building and next, at the expense of themselves. Because that's the only way that we have been conditioned. And so as much as we have moved forward, as much beauty as there is in the coaching industry with us recognizing we need to not only have very solid structure and strategy, but we also need to shift our minds. We have to change our beliefs. As much as we have had forward momentum in all of these areas, this is still occurring because people are still people who have been rewarded for doing, for achieving, for building. People are being put on pedestals because they make multi-millions of dollars in their businesses, and people are coming in and saying, teach me how to do that. Sure. But can you teach me how to live in the process? Can you teach me how to make multi-million dollars without selling my soul? Can you teach me how to show up fully in my business and create great change and great impact in this world while also not having to miss events with my family, while still taking vacations to where I can put my phone away without care? These are the things that have been overlooked. We can build success without sacrifice. And so what I'm asking you today is to look at the way that you've been building. Look at the way that you have crafted your business. Look at where your focus is. Because if there is one place for your focus, let it be on you. As the CEO of your business, the most important thing you can do is take care of you. How does the business grow? How do people work with you? How do people come into the business? How do you create change through the business that you've created? Everything flows through you. And so if you are not committed to taking care of yourself, if you are not committed to putting yourself first, then you will continue to end up in a cycle to where even if you build a highly profitable business, it won't feel good. And so to that I say, what is the point? What is the point if you sacrifice and lose depth and connection and peace and presence in the process of building a multi-million-dollar business, is it worth it? Will you get there and say, wow, I'm so glad I did it this way? Or would you rather build it in a way that feels good? This is what I've taken a stand for since the beginning of when I started to work with people in their businesses. I started to ask the questions around, why is that thing for you not first? Why is the focus on the marketing and the messaging instead of clearing the clutter that is preventing you from getting clarity on what your actual message is? Why is your focus on how to say the thing to get the people to buy instead of just being your full authentic self and removing all filters from your voice so that people can see you in your power? I have been building businesses with my clients and building my own business differently for too many years to count at this point. And I've watched many people abandon their soul, abandon their physical bodies, abandon their sleep, their nutrition, the moving of their bodies, the vessel that provides the ability for you to show up in your business. You are the priority in your business. Taking care of you has to come first. If you are not living while you're building your business, what is the point? There is no point to success if you are sacrificing time away from yourself and the people that you love. You can do both. You have to believe that you can do both. You have to believe that you can generate more revenue at the same time that you feel the best in your body. You have to believe that you can spend more time with the people that you love while also having more people come into relationship and inside your business. This is a different way of scaling a business. This takes the focus off the 1, 2, 3 action steps that we all need, myself included, and puts the focus back on who do I need to be to fulfill those action steps? Because it's both. And that's why we can't have this pendulum swing of one back to the other. We can't lean back so fully and say, success will fall in my lap. But we also can't be so focused on the action steps that we abandon our mental and our physical health, because we are the beings that carry this business. It is necessary for us to be able to show up. And with that, and with knowing that, the question again is, well, what do I need to show up as my best self? What do I need to show up fully empowered to give other people permission to do the same? The clients in my world, it's always been both. It's always been, let's develop a beautiful strategy. Let's expand the business. Let's delegate. Let's have hard conversations. Let's do the actionable things that are necessary to grow the business. But let's also do those things from a place of fullness, because we are constantly pouring into you in your life outside of the business, because they are connected. It's never disconnected. And this is the message that I want you to take home today. There's so many people that are selling their soul in the process of building success, and that is not true success. True success is a feeling. True success is you waking up feeling your purpose, feeling fully in your purpose, knowing that you are going to have something in each of your days that will fulfill you, that will create a ripple effect, that will change the environment that surrounds you, that will bring good to people's lives, and going to bed at night feeling pride and joy about what you created and who you were and how you showed up. This is why the foundation of everything that I do, regardless of if it's in private coaching or one of my masterminds, it is all built upon you becoming your most powerful self. And the process in which we do that is different for everyone. For many people, there's a lot of shit we have to clear out. There's a lot of clutter that needs to be removed. Whether that's clutter in your schedule because you're saying yes to too many things, whether that's clutter in your mind of old beliefs that are taking up space that no longer need to be there. But clearing those things out, once we clear those out, there is a clear view of here's who I could become. Here's a possibility of what I'm actually meant for. And for most people, it's then this beautiful sense of purpose, this sense of responsibility to say, wow, I didn't start this business just to get a paycheck. I started this business to create real change. Am I doing that? How can I do that further? The bigger visibility, the more impact, the more reach doesn't come from self-sacrifice. It comes from pouring into you so that you can pour into more people. I hope that you are taking an inventory of your business. I hope that this has made you think about what you want to build. And I hope that you think about what could you create? Who would you become? And what would that create for the world if you did prioritize yourself? What could be created in the process of us working together if you did clear that clutter and finally get clarity on what is possible? And then after getting that clarity, what if you could actually step into that? This is where the beautiful structure and strategy comes in, to where you get to build and stack on top of what you've already created in your business. Because the truth is, there's no up and up and up without you changing and without you being able to learn how to hold a bigger capacity. So what if you clear the clutter, you get clear on who could I become? I see that now. That is the most powerful version. How do I build it? How do I step into that? How do I become her? And then you become her, and then how do you move? Because we all want to know how to move. We all want the actionable steps first. But what if it's a blend? This is what's happening in my coaching spaces. They're being met as equals. You're coming in saying, I desire more, I desire different, I desire change, I want more balance, I want more peace, I want more present, I want that, but I also want a bigger business, and I don't want to take away from my business for my life, and I don't want to take away from my life for my business, and so that's what we do. Because when you become the most powerful version of yourself, what you can do is limitless. What you can create is things that are beyond what you can even see right now. But you have to allow yourself the space and the opportunity to become that version of yourself. And to become that version of yourself, you have to stop giving away your being, sacrificing yourself, and putting the things that you actually desire on the back burner. This is what the women in my world are learning how to do. This is the key to building not just true success, but actually building success that is sustainable. Because anybody can build a bigger business. Anybody can lay out a product suite, certain products, certain offers, whatever kind of business you have, and do some fucking math and come up with, I want to make X amount of dollars, and this is what I'm going to charge, and that's going to be it. Anybody can do that. But can you, instead of just doing the math, can you step into what's actually available and possible for you so that you can live the purpose that was meant for you? This is a different kind of step, because anybody, again, can do the math and build a profitable business. But if you build a profitable business and you do the math, you won't be able to sustain that. You won't be able to hold that, because you will not have the focus on where it needs to be. The focus has to be on you. The focus cannot solely be on X amount of dollars, X amount of people. Here's the math. Here's how much I'm making. The focus has to be on how can I lead from the most powerful place to impact the most people possible. And the money and the people follow suit. And that is why you see so many people rise and build these profitable businesses very quickly, and then they fall because they can't sustain it, because they're burnt out, because they're not taking care of themselves, because the way that they built it wasn't set up for sustainability. I hope that you've taken something today that makes you rethink how you're doing business and how you are focusing. Yes, I will save this live and I will post it in my feed. But you can build true success. You don't have to abandon yourself or your values or what you love. You just have to build it with intentions, with your intentions, and with true commitment to yourself. Because that's how I've done it. And that's what I'll continue to tell people over and over again, is it really is that simple. And this is exactly what I'm teaching people how to do inside their own businesses. If you're a business owner and you are recognizing that you would like to have a mentor who can show you how to build true success, who can give you the action steps and the roadmap and the how, but we can also meet that how with you taking care of yourself, becoming the best version of yourself, so that not only are you building a more profitable business, but you're building a better life that feels fulfilling and whole. Because again, what is the point of building a multi-million dollar, $1 million, multi-six-figure, whatever business if you're not enjoying your life? It has to be both. If you want to sustain it, it has to be both. And I will continue to spread this message. And I've said it since the beginning of my days, since the beginning of my days as a fitness coach. It's always been a you first. It's always been you first. What is required for the next level of your business is you becoming a more powerful woman, you stepping into the potential and the purpose that is yours. And this is exactly what's being built inside Coaching with Me. So if you're a business owner and you're interested in working together and you want to see what that would look like specifically for your business, I work with business owners across all industries. Retail space, product-based business, service-based business. I've worked with a huge variety of different industries because it's all based in this method of putting you first so you can lead better, so you can do everything in your life and your business better. And this is waiting for you, and it's available to you, just like your potential is available to you. So I leave you with one last question today. What would your life look like? And what would your business look like if you were in the full-powered seat of yourself that you haven't touched yet? The woman who is no longer backstage pulling some of the strings, the woman who is front and center, the most confident, powerful version of herself? How would you move? What sort of decisions would you make? What would your business look like? How much income would you actually generate if you were making decisions and moving from that place? And if you want to create her, if you want to become her, I am the mentor for you. If you want details on what that looks like, you can DM me. We can have a conversation about it. My coaching is equal parts mindset and energy and strategy. Beautiful, beautiful, actionable steps. Go do X, Y, and Z, but also let's look at X, Y, and Z. That's what's happening inside. Thank you guys for listening today. Thank you for being here. Let me know how I can help you, how I can serve you and your business further. And if you have any other questions, I'm always here and available to answer in the DM. So thank you guys again for listening, and I hope this is helpful to you.